Yo, what's up guys, it's Grant, bringing me another video. First of all, I want to apologize for not making video in a while. I've been super busy. Obviously for those of you that are still active, you've seen I changed my channel up a bit. It's no longer just like gaming, it's going to be like gaming and tech now. So what that means is going to be doing like product reviews, anything related to like computers or electronics or gaming, I guess. And then just tutorials on how to do stuff. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but I'm an expert on building computers now. So yeah, what happened, instead of gaming, I kind of switched over. I used to just like game in my free time, but now like literally all my free time is devoted to, first of all, I'm like super into Bitcoin right now. I'm pretty much all in money wise, and I'll show you the rest of my room in a second. But also starting my own website, like a online e-commerce store, because I've been drop shipping for a while on like other platforms, but right now, or like recently, I just wanted to switch to my own website. I was tired of paying fees and stuff like that, and I wanted to start doing like larger volumes, so I switched to my own website, which is still under construction, but I can show you guys that when it's done if you want. And then on my other channel, which you guys should go subscribe to, I'm just gonna make like, because I don't want to do like dropshipping videos and stuff like that on here, so I could do that on my other channel, just because that there's really no niche for my other channel. It's just like whatever random videos I want, and I'd like to make some videos on how to make money dropshipping, just because it's so easy and I've done it, so I can show you guys that. But yeah, obviously right now, pretty much all of Bitcoin mining, just been working on computers every day, fixing problems that I come across, trying to get the most money out of my graphics cards as I can. So obviously right here you just have my computer. This is how it's looking. It looks the same, except one of the fans stopped spinning and I accidentally scratched the glass right there. But it looks the same. There was another 1070 in it for a while, which was going to go in my roommate's mining rig, but now since his rig is up and running, it's back in there. But what we're making right now on this is $355 a day, and that is with the CPU working as well. i7 8700K, that is the new i7, which gets me, I can tell you how much that is. That's getting me like 0.00005 Bitcoin a day. That's obviously right now. This fluctuates throughout the day like crazy. But 355 for this computer right now, every day, so 24/7, which is basically what I run it at. I'll take like a little break every once in a while, and the heat right now in my room is literally 86 degrees. So my roommate and I have a solution for that. Yeah, obviously to cool it down. But what we're gonna do with this is, I have too many cards right now, so I'm going to put this card in there as well. This is an AMD card. It's just a 270, but I literally just have this card. It might get me 80 cents a day if I'm lucky. But like the way I see it, rather than selling it, I can just make money with make some Bitcoin with it. Oh shit. I can make some, the way I see it, I'd rather have that money in Bitcoin, and then sell it later for the same price I could sell for right now. So obviously use it while I have it, and it can't go in any of my other rigs because I don't have enough watts in the power supplies over there. So I'll put it in here, and what I use for mining is NiceHash. I could literally make videos on this, like so many videos on this. If none of this makes sense to you guys, I'm sorry, but I just want to explain where I've been. But yeah, so NiceHash is what I use. This will have to use the Legacy NiceHash miner, just because it's for AMD cards. So I'll be running those like simultaneously, but that'll be fine. Just because I don't have anywhere else to put it. But yeah, I'll go show you my other rigs. I'm gonna cover my room because I'll do a room tour later. But alright, this is a mess right here. Because today's the big day. We got my roommate's rig on the windowsill. 3 1070s. I'll show that later once I'm all done. But I literally have gone through 2 motherboards. This one I bought, it either broke right away or it never worked in the first place. But I had, so, oops. So this is the computer I bought on eBay for the 1070, which I was going to sell. But I kind of changed those plans around. And this is now, this now houses the 2, here's the second one. AMD R9 390s that I have. I have this one and this one, and this one goes right here. You'll see it. I'll show you guys. Today I'm just gonna finish building like once and for all. So I'll show you guys that after. It's literally been a mess for so long, just because I've never had all the parts, and today the replacement motherboard came, so I can finally build all of that. But yeah, we got 850 watt power supply here running these two. Really bad Intel CPU, obviously, that came with this computer. This is pretty much the same computer that I bought and showed you guys for the 1070. Not much has changed. I took out the 16 gigs of RAM and just put in this 4 gig stick, which came with another computer I bought, which is right here. And this has the FX 8350 for mining, and I put the good cards in there as well, because it's going to be like an alternate PC that I can actually do stuff on. And I was going to sell this cooler, but now I'm using this again, and this is the motherboard it came with, and this died on me the 5th day mining, I guess just because it's old and putting a lot of power through it out of nowhere. I guess killed it, but before I go ahead and take this all apart, I am going to try to turn it on once I get the power supply in here, just to see if it died just for that day or if it's like dead forever, which hopefully it's not. But I bought a new right here. I have a new motherboard regardless. So yeah, this will have a 1000 watt power supply in here, and we'll have a bigger motherboard than this, one that can house 3 cards. Obviously they don't fit in there, so I'll have to zip tie one on here, which is really sketchy, but I'll make it work. So yeah, this goes there. And we have these are 270Xs, also R9, and then a 280X and also an R9. So these 3 cards will go in this, and then we'll have the little card go in with my 1070, and then these 2 cards will go there. So yeah, I got pretty much all the parts finally. I'm gonna go ahead and build. I'm not sure how much I'll update you along the way, but afterwards I'm gonna completely cable manage and clean this, and I'll have one rig there, one rig there. My roommates, I'll put the back on and flip it this way, and then we'll have the air conditioner, which is what we're gonna get. I don't know if we're allowed to have it. I don't even know if here, I probably shouldn't say this, but yeah, we're gonna get the portable air conditioner up there. Basically, because fans won't do anything as far as cooling it down. The cards, I don't want them to get too hot, especially if I overclock. I can't overclock right now because they would just get too hot. But yeah, we're gonna have to worry about power as well. Obviously can't have all 3 computers on one strip because we'll trip a breaker or something. I think the US standard is like 1800 watts, so that would just be 2 computers. So I'll put like I have another outlet right here, another power supply, so I'll have to figure all that out, and I'll do all that as well right now. And so yeah, like I said, I'll update you along the way, but right now I'm gonna try to see if this motherboard still works. If not, open that one, get the power supplies where they're supposed to be, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so it's now like 30 minutes later. This computer is completely finished with the right power supply for it. Pretty much ready to go. Just need to plug it in and put it where it needs to be. But we actually just had a dorm meeting, and I found out I have like until 10:30 to clean my room, and I have to like pretty much clean all this stuff up and like just put it all over here and make it look discreet, because like literally no teacher's been in my room when like all this stuff is here, because they would definitely ask. So I got lucky there, but I'm working on this computer now. I just temporarily put this power supply and just quick hooked in the things I needed to, and the motherboard just like makes a noise like it's dying and just doesn't do anything. So I've concluded this motherboard is now dead, so I'm going to completely take this computer apart, put in the new motherboard, which I'll film unboxing, and then go from there. Alright, so I went ahead and took that out of there and everything else apart. I'm going to go ahead and open this real quick. This is the new motherboard. Alright, so this is the new motherboard I got. This should be plenty good enough. I think this is probably really old, but well, not too old, because the FX 8350 I'm using is like 2010-ish. So I mean, still pretty old, but not as old as what I had before. So things should work pretty well with this. It's got like 11 USB ports, which is pretty crazy compared to like right now most motherboards I think only have 6 or something like that. So yeah, this looks good. It's got broken things up here, but I only need 2 RAM slots anyway. Or if I do like dual channel, I'll need these 2, but it should still stay in, it says. So yeah, this looks good. There's like a Molex thing right here. I'm not sure what that's for or what that powers. So I'm gonna have to Google that, but I've never seen like a Molex input on a motherboard. So I'll have to look that up, but I'm gonna put this in there and I'll let you guys know when I'm done. Alright, so I found out this is obviously a Molex female input. So something plugs into this from the power supply. So the motherboard plugs in from the power supply in here as well as there. And I read something about like how if you have cards in SLI, this provides an extra rail or something like that for increased power stability. And I'm not going to be doing SLI, but I figure since it's there, I guess I'll just plug it in for now. I really don't know what it does or what it's for, but obviously if it's not going to be used, it'll just return the power. Nothing will go wrong. At least I don't think. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in as well now since I know sort of what it's for. Alright, so I just got this together. I got the cooler installed. The cooler I could not figure out. Like I thought I had like the wrong bracket or something, even though I know it was the right bracket. But like it barely screws in. Like the standoff, it only went into standoff like a really small amount, but it's on really tight. So that'll do. The RAM does stay in there right. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get all the front buttons installed and then the power supply in. And then I'll be able to start it up pretty soon. Alright, so I'm basically done. I got all the cables wired up. And in the front, I just got to put in the GPUs. I have all the cables here. Run a riser. Probably, I think what I'm going to have to do is zip tie one of the cards here so it hangs and hooks onto the riser. But I got all the cables set up for that, so I'm going to go ahead and install those. Then we're almost ready to go. Alright, so I finished. And I know you guys are probably thinking, like, is this really the best way I could put 3 cards in a really small case? And yes, the answer is yes. I thought about it, like, a lot. And yes, it is, just because I couldn't think of any other way where it would cool better, or just because I was limited with this GPU riser, which barely works, or barely is long enough right now. But this is pretty much the only way I could think of. I got everything all cabled up. I actually zip tied this. It's literally hanging so it can swing. But yeah, this is done. That's done. So this I know works. This should work if the motherboard that I got works. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and power this on real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the monitor on. That's literally all I need to see if it works. Plugged in, power and video. And I'm just gonna hit the power button. And look at that, it's on. Oh, and I didn't mention that this actually comes with a Hue lighting system. The case had it installed, and it's like all taped and stuff around the edges. So I could uninstall it and sell it for like $50, I think it's worth. I'm not exactly sure how much, but or I could just keep it in here and like light up the inside of the case for now, which looks pretty cool. But I'll probably end up selling it in the future. It looks like one fan's not plugged in right now, so I'll have to figure that out. There's a little bit of a strange noise coming from. I think it's the pump. Unless it's this right here. Yeah, I think it's the pump. So the pump right now is plugged into a power fan, which is usually what you plug the pump into. Sometimes there's a header called AIO port or AIO pump, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, that's what was making the noise because I just unplugged that. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the channel 1 fan, and then in BIOS I'll ramp the channel 1 fan's power up to 100% non-stop. So we're actually not getting any video signal right now for some reason. It's plugged in. We'll try this card. Alright, nothing on that either. So usually when you make a computer for the first time, for some reason the audio and USB ports don't work, what you want to do is just power it off. And you want to, I have to put my phone down for this, but you want to undo the hard drive. Sorry. So I just completely unhooked both SATA and whatever the data transmitting one, I think also SATA. So the hard drive's disconnected, and now if I go ahead and start it up, I should get display. And if not, I have a lot of troubleshooting to do. Yeah, I'm not getting display. Let's see. What can we do here? So I'm not seeing any red lights by the CPU. I'm also not seeing any... Oh, I'm retarded. Alright, this is literally unplugged. Yeah, but that didn't do anything either. Alright, unless my TV... Alright, so I figured out that power fan, whatever the header's called, it's actually not the same as like AIO pump. Power fan is basically what old motherboards have, just to see how fast, or literally just shows how fast the power supply fan is spinning. And I switched it from the channel fan to the CPU fan, but it's still making a noise, so maybe that'll just figure itself out once I get the computer started. But yeah, I redid some fan placements, and I got both spinning. All the graphics cards are on, running, lights on, everything. Computer's on. Processor's getting hot, which means that's on. The radiator's hot as well. No lights that indicate anything's not working right. And literally just no display from any of the graphics cards, so... not sure what I'm gonna do. Probably hit the internet and try to figure out what's happening, or try to start the computer without, obviously, without all the cards connected, and see what happens, which I'll probably do right now. So I'll be right back. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Grant. This is probably gonna end up in the same video. It's like a few days later. I've now recorded like multiple different days for this one video. This is just gonna be like one video on like my Bitcoin mining update, which I guess I'll just go over the whole overview. So I started in like December. I started mining Litecoin just because I found out you could. I didn't know much about NiceHash at that point, so I was just mining Litecoin. I didn't really make anything from that. I just wanted to see if I could do it on the new computer I built, which obviously you guys know about. The one over here, that one. But yeah, so I was mining Litecoin on that for a while, and I realized like obviously it was using a lot of electricity, and obviously I wasn't really making much from that. And just to like be fair to my parents, obviously you pay the electricity bill. I just didn't do that for the rest of winter break. But then I came back to school, and I found out about NiceHash, or that might have been over break. Actually, you know what, NiceHash just got hacked and they were down. That's why I didn't use NiceHash, but I knew what NiceHash was, and I was using the Litecoin thing in the meantime. But NiceHash came back up when I came back to school. So I was mining on NiceHash with obviously my main computer with the 1070 and the new 8th generation Intel i7, and making some good money from that, especially with the free electricity. And I also was like buying and trading cryptocurrencies at that point. And that's when my roommate got involved or interested. I pretty much told him like, yeah, like, because I didn't have the money at that point, and he was like, should I like buy or should I mine? Pretty much we were talking about, and I was telling him like, if he could build a rig for like $2,200, like at the current price of Bitcoin at that point, he could probably make it back before the end of the school year. And then not to mention once he sold all the parts, because the price of 1070s, which is what are in his rig, they're going up. So he would make more just from doing that anyway. So yeah, he got into it. I built him this rig, 3 1070s. I can show that in a future. I'll probably make a video on that just because it's a really cool build. But yeah, so then I started getting into it more than I was before. I was like, I'm gonna build a second rig. At that point, I had this PC because if you guys remember, I bought an entire computer just for the graphics card for my other one because I found a good deal on it, like pretty much $700 for a entire computer with a GTX 1070 RG Strix. So I had this computer. It can only put one card in it, but I bought a riser and I was mining out of that for a while with some cards I bought. I bought a 390 for like I think $200, which is pretty crazy. I think they're like worth 400 now, something like that. That's the one on top right here. And then I got another whole computer. I did the same thing before, which was this computer, and it came with another 390. So I have two 390s, and yeah, it grew from there. So I was a lot of times I had problems. There's always one rig down. Like I still to this point have not had all my cards mining yet. So these three and these two, I have not had them all mining yet because we had this motherboard just die on us, or not this one, that one die on us. So I bought this to replace it, and this just doesn't work. If obviously you watched the earlier video when I was building this, so it might not be broken, but I have to figure that out. I have to figure out what I want to do, which leads me to another point. It is so hot in my room when I was mining with literally just these two cards, my roommate's 3, and then the other one. And these rooms aren't air conditioned. And there's a point like last week when it's literally February and it was 70 degrees. And it was just way too hot in the room, like 85 or 90 or whatever. So I was like, the only way we can mine with all these cards is if we get an air conditioner. And they're not allowed. It says in our handbook, like, oh, you can't have air conditioners. Which I thought was for like energy reasons because they use a lot of energy, which makes no sense because most of the kids here have like 7+ fans, which definitely use the same amount of energy. But yeah, I bought one on eBay. I messaged the guy. He was like, I was like, well, it wasn't exactly an air conditioner. It's like a portable evaporative cooler type thing. It wasn't like a window unit. But it was like a freestanding thing. So I thought I'd be able to get away with that. But the mailroom, they saw us had like air conditioner on it. And they emailed the deans of my school, and then they called me in and they're like, why you bought an air conditioner? And I didn't lie. I was like, yeah, I bought an air conditioner. But I didn't tell them why, obviously. But this is not against the rules at my school. Just because it doesn't say you can't mine Bitcoin at school. So yeah. I bought an air conditioner and got called into the deans. I have detention tonight, and my parents had to bring the air conditioner, which I spent like $250 at home, and I have to try to resell that. Technically, I didn't even have it in my room yet, so I shouldn't have detention. They should have like waited for me to set it up, and if they wanted to give me detention, I could have been like, oh yeah, like it wasn't in my room, I didn't break any rules. But I just was like, okay, give me detention, whatever. The school's so stupid. But yeah, so without an air conditioner, it literally is just too hot. Like the cards are upwards of 85 degrees, and that's just not good for the cards, and it's gonna decrease the lifespan. It's not comfortable to even be in my room, and it's just overall, like, we needed that air conditioner to run the operation we had in mind, and without it, there's really not much we can do. So my roommates produces a lot of heat. 3 1070s, they're hot, but it's not even comparable to what all of these cards would be. These 390s right here, I'd say one of those produces the heat of like 2 1070s. So I mean, just because they use more power and stuff like that as well, which doesn't matter for me because I have free electricity. That's why I bought them in the first place, because they're about the same as a GTX 1070, except they use more power, and that's why no one wants them for mining, because no one has free electricity like me. And I will make a video on the best cards for mining, because I spent hours making charts and doing data and figuring everything out, return of investments, all that stuff. I literally have a whole chart. I put it on Reddit. I think my Reddit username is like GCLO. It got like 3,000 views like a month ago when I checked. But yeah, so I don't know what to do at this point. I have all of these broken parts and all these working parts, and I just don't know what to do. So I'm thinking, obviously we can't mine with all these parts. We couldn't mine anyway in the first place because I can't figure out what's wrong with this motherboard. So instead of just buying a new motherboard and trying to mine with all of these cards, what I'm thinking about doing is I have my computer over there with one slot in it. That computer is super cooled with the 6 fans. So putting another card in there would be fine. And I have in here 850 watt power supply, which I could swap for the 650 watt in there. And I can have a 1070 rig with the new Intel i7 8th generation processor, and that would just be an overall good rig. 1070s and that CPU would get me a decent amount of money, and the cards wouldn't be at that much risk because they're back in that room. I have a fan blowing on the PC, or back in that corner of the room, and I have a fan blowing on it, and those just like a really cool PC case with the 6 fans. So that would work. I would switch out the power supply, and I can make that work. The thing is, I don't want to buy a 1070 right now. 1070s are literally $600 right now. They're not worth that. It just, my roommate, we waited for like 2 weeks, and we finally found good enough deals for all three of his, 450 or less. And I'm looking right now, and I can't find them for 450 or less. It's literally $650 is the cheapest they're going for. And that's on eBay and all this other stuff. So I did find a deal on another app where it's like 2 for $1,000, and that puts them at $500 each, and he has multiple in stock. I guess they're retired from a mining rig. Which got me thinking, what if I just do like a 3 1070 rig and sell all this stuff and get a 3 1070 rig? And I mean, it would be less hot, it would be more power efficient. So I would probably just keep this 1,000 watt power supply, but I'd have to get a new motherboard just because, until I could figure this one out, which I'll try today, but I don't think I will be able to just because it doesn't work. So I will need to get a new motherboard and a new PC case. So it's really inconvenient that things went this way, obviously. It kind of shut down my whole operation. But yeah, what I'm thinking about, like I said, is getting a 1070 rig like my roommates. Just for now. Try to find 1070s at the best prices I can, obviously. Just so I could sell them for more when I'm done mining. And right now my main goal is just to sell all this stuff. Like, I literally have to sell everything here. And it's just... Oops. And it's just such a hassle, and it just sucks that this all happened because it's stupid school, but, I mean, they're the reason I can even mine in the first place, so I can't complain too much with the free electricity. But yeah, so I have to sell all this stuff. By the way, if anyone's interested in any of these parts, I'll let you, just comment below and I'll give you the link. But yeah, I have like over 80 plus things to list. And from there, from all of this, I think I can get around maybe $2,800 if I'm lucky. So yes, I could build a 1070 rig, or for now, what I'm just planning on doing is getting the second 1070, or I could also get 1080 or 1080 Ti if I find one for a good price, and I'll just throw it in my other computer with the 1070, and I'll just have that as my rig for now. And I'll have some money to spare, which I could put in Bitcoin or something like that, or in my new company I started. But then I had another idea as well, and I know this is a long video, but I'm just trying to talk about like all my thoughts and like just give you guys an update on the mining if anyone's interested. And why I'm not making videos on like gaming or such right now. And it's just because of all this. But yeah, my other thought is I don't want to bring that whole computer home every break. I brought it home winter break, obviously, to work on it, but I do not want to bring that home. Like, I obviously do, but it just doesn't make sense to bring it home this spring break, which is coming up. So I'm gonna have some money when I sell this, and I'm going to get a gaming laptop just for bringing places. Like, when I go home on breaks, I don't have to bring my whole setup. I'll just bring my gaming laptop. And I could mine on it, I don't know how hot temperatures will get if I mine on it, but I'm not gonna get a cheap one. I'm gonna get a good gaming laptop with a 1070 or a 1080. And I've been looking. I'm thinking of like an Alienware 17R4, so like 17-inch, one of those big ones. I don't care about portability. I'm not bringing it to class or whatever. I just want to be able to put it in a bag and bring it home without having to bring home like monitors and all these cables and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna get a gaming laptop as well. Actually, I don't think. I'm pretty determined that I'm gonna get one. So over spring break, which is in like a week, I'm going to have to start looking for those. But in the meantime, like I said, this entire week I have to sell all these parts as soon as I can before I leave. So I'm gonna offer like the best prices I can, but obviously I got all these parts for much cheaper than they're worth. So I'm gonna profit there, and I'm going to still try to get obviously as much as I can for out of them, but still try to sell them this week. And I guess this computer's on. I didn't even know that computer was on, but. But yeah, this computer's on right now just so I can start testing all the cards and make sure everything works. Just so I don't sell people products that are broken. The motherboard, I don't know what the list that says because there's just no display, but it turns on because the fans power up and all that other stuff. So I'm not sure about that yet. But yeah, I have a ton of stuff to list today. I'll probably keep you guys updated with some more videos. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. It's been like 3 weeks since the first time I started recording this. Or not 3 weeks. Like, it's been like a week or a little bit more than that. Maybe 2 weeks since the first time I started recording for this video. And I was just gonna... The original goal of this video was just to do like an update through the weeks as I built up like this huge mining operation in my dorm, and just because of the freaking school not letting me have the air conditioner, or obviously they wouldn't let me because it's against the rules, but just like me getting caught with the air conditioner or the evaporative cooler or whatever, just literally ruined our plans completely. And this seems like the only option, like I said, is obviously to get a gaming laptop with the money I make from selling these, just so I can make videos when I'm at home over breaks and stuff like that. So that would be better for the channel. I'll have to work on this less, just because I've been working on this computer stuff literally every night, whenever I have a little free time. Like some nights it's like 2 hours, I'll like read, like this I completely took apart and rebuilt and it just didn't work. Still, no display, but everything works. So, I don't know, it's very time consuming, and it might be better for the channel in the end if I just end up doing my original plans. Like I said, just getting the gaming laptop once I sell this stuff, and getting whatever card I can get for what I think is a good price, and moving the 850 watt power supply into my main computer and having it in there, and that just being like my 2 rigs for now. And then, like I said, with the extra money, eventually starting a 1070 rig in the future, and I guess I'll just get like some more fans for my room. Right now, thankfully, it's cooler out than 70 degrees like it was last week. But in the summer, it's just going to be brutal if we try to mine without the air conditioner. But yeah, so that's an update. There might be more to this video, but if not, thank you guys for watching. I know it's a long one. Please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, so I lied, the video's not over, and I found a 6 GTX 1070 mining rig for $2,800, and I think that's about what I'll get if I sell all this stuff. So I'm thinking about that, but that made me think of another idea, and that's like, just I could still sell all this stuff and just start from scratch mining with 1070s, because these cards are hot. I still want to mine, but my room will still get hot with the 1070s, but it'll be manageable. And I think just having the mining rigs in these computer cases, I did that to be discreet, but it's just impractical. And if I want to do a rig, I might as well do one rig instead of like having multiple computers with like 3 cheap AMD cards. So pretty much all I've done is just convince myself more and more that I just need to sell all this stuff and get like a proper rig started. And if I can't buy that one that I saw, I'm just going to make one. I'm gonna have to buy one of the big open rig frames for like $60. I can get one with the fans and all that to keep it cool. and if I'm gonna do it, I think I'm gonna do it right. So, and if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna put it right here, move the TV onto like the little thing. I'll just have a big rig there, open air, so I could cool it. But yeah, I just convinced myself more and more that I just need to sell all the stuff I have right now. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sell all the stuff I have right now. And I've been busy, and it's been like a day or two. I forget in the morning or night if I record that. But yeah, so it's been a little bit. And now I have to go ahead and list all the rest of these items before spring break so I could ship them out before I go home. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing today. And yeah, this is just another update. There'll probably be more, so I'm not gonna end the video right now like I did in the last time. And then I'm gonna find out there's like a new update the next day and more stuff to tell you guys. But yeah. So yeah, we got a big rig is what I'm thinking under construction. But for now, just sell all the stuff I have, and that's it. Okay, so one more thing I concluded is that if I do want to mine at home, obviously when it becomes summertime and I want to keep mining, I don't want to have these AMD cards, just because, like I said, they're super power hungry. So there would come a point when I'd have to switch to NVIDIA cards anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna build a new NVIDIA rig, and that's pretty much what I've determined. Oh, and one more thing, in my experience, NVIDIA cards are a lot more easy to overclock. So that's very helpful for mining as well. And then also for those of you that don't know NiceHash, you have to use the legacy miner with AMD cards, which is like a lot more, it's just, the UI is not as great, and it's just harder to tell how much you're making and stuff like that. But with NVIDIA, I just feel like it's a lot better. So I'm gonna obviously switch to NVIDIA cards anyway, and like I said, 1070s or whatever I find a good deal on, if I do decide to build a rig, or maybe 1060s, just whatever I can get for a reasonable price. Like I said, I'm not gonna spend $650 on a 1070 just because I know they're not worth that. They're worth like $350 maybe, but I'll pay anything less than $500 for one just because of the price they're going at right now. And like I said, I did find that whole big rig, and that would be awesome. So obviously main priority, just get rid of all the stuff as soon as I can, all the AMD cards, all these computer parts, and just get the cash in my hand and see what I'm gonna do with that, and figure out what I'll do with that. Obviously I'll keep you guys updated like I have been. But yeah, just to recap, it might be the end of the video now, so I'll just do a recap. I'm going to either, after I sell all this, of course, I'm either going to start a new rig, or just get a 1080 or whatever I could find for cheap and put it in my other computer, and then obviously get the gaming laptop. So gaming laptop is a definite. So say I get $3,000 for this, I might have to spend $1,500 on a decent gaming laptop, and then I won't have enough money to start the rig right away, obviously. So I might just go with, if I find a 1080 for a good price, I'll throw it in my other PC, and I'll just have the laptop and a rig with a 1080 and 1070 and a good CPU, and I'll just mine with that for now. But other than that, I do want to keep mining. I've been looking into cloud mining, but you have to have a lot of money to do cloud mining. And there is this new, I don't know if you guys know about this, but in Iceland, there's like a actual like mine, like a physical mine, where the temperatures are really great for mining, and some really smart people have started like a company where they're just mining there, and it's in its early stages right now. So if you donate, or not donate, but invest in them, you'll get a return of investment in, I think if I do 400, I think I'll get that back in 4 months, and it's like a lifetime contract apparently. So I don't know how that works. I guess you just have to hope they don't go out of business. But if I'm getting like $100 a month for life, and I pay 400, which is what, I didn't research it too much, but that's kind of what I got from that. I'm definitely gonna do that as well. So obviously the rig might not be right away, or it might be right away. Like I said, I found that 1070 rig for 2,800. Maybe I saw all this and just hold off on everything else and get that. So like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, but I am gonna end this video now just because it's probably like 20 minutes right now. But hopefully it wasn't too boring. This is just an update, mostly for those of you wondering why I wasn't making videos in a while, and why I've been so busy, and what I've been so busy with, especially. But also for those of you that read the title and are maybe interested in learning about mining, and if you are, please comment down below any questions you have. I've been doing this stuff for long enough, just building computers. Obviously, since the first one I built in like December, I guess that was. I've built like 4 variations of both of these computers. I built that computer. I did obviously the research on what I want to do, what cards to use with mining, why I use NiceHash, all that stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions like that, I'll probably make a simple video called How to Mine in 2018. And just any questions that you have like that, please comment down below, and I'll be sure to make a video on it. I do have spring break, like I said, so I'll make lots of videos. If you want to see any gaming videos, just comment the game down below. Just anything you want to see from this channel, comment down below, and I'll start getting back into things soon. I'll be less busy, like I said. Oh, and then finally, obviously, I don't know if I talked about this a lot in the beginning of the video, but my channel is not just about gaming anymore, it's about tech. So I'm going to be I'm just going to be making a ton of tech videos, product reviews, tutorials on how to do stuff. If you have any suggestions about that, just let me know. And like I said, I don't remember how much I talked about this at the beginning of the video. But yeah, I'll be making a ton more tech videos, just because my channel is now switched over from just like all gaming to now gaming and tech. As you can tell by my new channel art. So yeah, hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I know I am. And yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching all the way to the end if you're still listening, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.